Friday's NHL slate is loaded with intriguing matchups, and today we're breaking down every angle, stat, and trend to give you the best betting insight for your Friday night. From bounce-back opportunities to teams on streaks, this is the perfect day to lean into both the money line and puck line plays. If you enjoy expert analysis and high-value betting breakdowns, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join the Beyond the Box Score community, where every day we provide comprehensive NHL insights for you. Let's dive right into the Friday matchups. The day kicks off with the Tampa Bay Lightning visiting the Detroit Red Wings. Tampa Bay comes into this contest favored in the -120 to -125 range, yet the recent trends suggest caution. The Lightning have dropped 3 of their last 4 games against Detroit, highlighting a historical edge that the Red Wings could exploit. Tampa Bay arrives here on a 5-game winning streak, but 2 of those victories came against a Philadelphia Flyers team that has struggled significantly this season. A 3-0 win followed by a 5-1 demolition of Calgary were impressive scores, but the quality of opposition tempers the dominance. Meanwhile, Detroit is coming off consecutive losses, a narrow 1-goal setback against a strong New Jersey team, and a harsher 3-goal home defeat to Nashville. While results haven't gone their way recently, the Red Wings have demonstrated solid underlying performance throughout the season, and this matchup represents an ideal bounce-back opportunity. Detroit's resilience and ability to exploit Tampa Bay's inconsistency make the Red Wings a strong play here, and taking them on the money line at +105 offers value for bettors willing to back the underdog in a key rebound spot. Next, the New York Rangers take on the Boston Bruins, and this road contest presents some compelling angles. The Rangers have had a tough home schedule, which has inflated their road results, and coming into this game they are riding the momentum of consecutive wins. A tight 3-2 victory against St. Louis at home was followed by a notable 4-2 road win against a Stanley Cup contending Carolina team. That performance signals that the Rangers have found some offensive rhythm and are capable of stepping up against strong opponents away from Madison Square Garden. Boston, on the other hand, has faced fatigue and inconsistency. Dropping 3 of their last 5 games, the Bruins are coming off a 2-goal loss to the Islanders and have played 4 straight road games in a short span, which can take a toll. Their 8-4 home record is solid but not dominant, and the recent losses highlight vulnerabilities. With the Rangers carrying momentum and Boston dealing with a congested schedule, the value clearly leans to New York on the money line at +130. This is a matchup where the visiting team's recent form and Boston's weariness intersect perfectly for a profitable wager. Heading west, the Colorado Avalanche face the Minnesota Wild. There's no question that Colorado is the superior team in this matchup, and their current money line of -165 to -170 reflects that. While betting heavily on a favorite can be tricky over the long term, Colorado's combination of skill, depth, and recent performance leaves little doubt about their ability to handle Minnesota. The Wild are coming off a 4-3 overtime win against Chicago, which highlights some inconsistency, and while Colorado's dominance is clear, it's always advisable to consider puck line alternatives for added value. Still, for straight-up money line purposes, Colorado at -165 is a confident selection against a Minnesota team that has struggled to maintain consistency and depth across the full game schedule. The Calgary Flames visiting the Florida Panthers is a straightforward contest in terms of talent and form. Calgary has struggled all season and enters this matchup at a poor 4-1-0-1 on the road. Florida, meanwhile, has established itself as a dominant home team at 8-4-1, and even with a recent loss to a struggling Flyers squad, their overall home form is overwhelming. Calgary's recent 5-1 loss to Tampa Bay underscores their defensive vulnerabilities and inability to sustain competitiveness against elite teams. Florida's offensive firepower and home advantage create a scenario where taking the Panthers on the puck line at -1.5 with +130 odds is a smart move. It's a matchup that presents very little risk and high potential upside for bettors focusing on the extra goal margin. The New Jersey Devils at Buffalo Sabres features a clash of home and road form that can't be ignored. New Jersey is favored around -120 to -125, but Buffalo has been impressive at KeyBank Center, posting an 8-4-2 record. Their recent performances include a close 2-goal loss to Pittsburgh, where they outshot their opponent 31-28, and victories over Carolina and Chicago, demonstrating both offensive depth and resilience. While New Jersey is capable, their 6-7-1 road record points to vulnerabilities that Buffalo can exploit at home. Backing the Sabres on the money line at +105 is a calculated move, leveraging strong home form against an opponent who has struggled to establish dominance away from Prudential Center. A marquee matchup sees the Montreal Canadiens taking on the Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas enters as heavy favorites, -190 to -195, but this may overstate their advantage. Montreal, despite an atypical 6-2-2 road record, has been finding its stride, with consecutive victories over Toronto and Utah highlighting both their offensive capability and recent defensive improvements. Vegas's recent 5-game save percentage of .892 and goals against average of 2.60 indicates some vulnerability in net, and Montreal's 3.45 goals per game offensively combined with a 23% power play conversion rate presents a strong betting value. The Canadiens' ability to capitalize on home power plays, maintain disciplined defensive structures, and exploit goaltender inconsistency in Vegas makes them a worthy pick at +150 on the money line. The Vancouver Canucks head to San Jose, and while Vancouver is slightly favored at -120 to -125, the numbers don't tell the full story. Vancouver's road form has been excellent historically, but San Jose at home has been competitive and represents a team capable of rebounding after a recent 6-0 loss to Colorado. Their prior home performances, including a 3-1 win over Boston and 2 narrow victories against Los Angeles and Utah in overtime, show resilience and strategic execution at home. San Jose at +105 on the money line provides both value and a potential upset scenario, considering Vancouver's inconsistency and the Sharks' ability to take advantage of home ice in critical matchups. Ottawa hosts the St. Louis Blues next, and Ottawa has been steadily improving as the season progresses. Their growing health and improved execution position them as the superior team against a Blues squad that has struggled to find form. With Ottawa priced at +100 on the money line, this represents a straightforward bet where team quality and momentum align in favor of the Senators. In Anaheim, the Ducks welcome the Los Angeles Kings. Los Angeles is currently favored around -120 to -125, yet Anaheim's 8-3-0 home record and strong recent performances make them the attractive selection. The Ducks have consistently leveraged home ice advantage and executed well against competitive teams, and with Los Angeles slightly overvalued, Anaheim at +105 on the money line represents both value and upside. The New York Islanders host the Philadelphia Flyers in a matchup where the Islanders' superiority is clear. With a -130 to -140 money line across the board, the Islanders have shown consistency at home, posting 5-5-1. While Philadelphia's road struggles and inconsistent play make them the underdog. With recent victories and a bounce-back spot against a Flyers team that has been underwhelming, the Islanders on the money line at -130 is the selection that combines reliability and potential for profit. The Toronto Maple Leafs at Washington Capitals features a premium pick available through our exclusive platform. Be sure to check our site for that expert selection, as it's a high-value play for this slate. Winnipeg at Carolina is another matchup that presents a clear disparity. Carolina, a Stanley Cup contender, enters favored at -200 to -225, and even though the price is high, the Panthers' home and overall quality simply dominate the Jets. With the puck line at -1.5 and +120 odds, this is an excellent play for those seeking both security and upside. Pittsburgh at Columbus sees the Blue Jackets favored -145 to -160. Columbus has dropped 3 straight, including overtime losses, but Pittsburgh comes in with injury concerns that limit their effectiveness. This creates an opportunity for Columbus to rebound and assert dominance, making the money line at -145 a strong, confident selection based on team depth and motivation. The Nashville Predators visit the Chicago Blackhawks in what should be a bounce-back spot for Chicago. The Blackhawks have dropped 4 straight games but are coming off close losses, including a 4-3 overtime setback to Minnesota. Nashville's results, while occasionally impressive, have been inconsistent, and Chicago at -110 on the money line is a prime candidate to break the losing streak. Finally, the Utah Mammoth face the Dallas Stars in what presents a tough scenario for Dallas, despite their -145 to -155 favorite status. The Stars come off 4 consecutive road games, with only a single loss, but fatigue can become a factor against a Utah team that has shown the ability to compete at a high level. Utah's recent 5-1 win over Vegas and competitive performance against New York Rangers and Montreal highlight offensive and defensive balance. Taking Utah at +125 on the money line represents tremendous value and a high upside bet in a challenging spot for Dallas. Every matchup on this Friday's slate provides a unique angle, from momentum plays and home advantages to streaks and underlying statistical trends. Be sure to consider both the money line and puck line scenarios, leveraging team form and situational factors to maximize value. Post in the comments which bets you're targeting tonight and let us know your insights. For full breakdowns, premium selections, and exclusive NHL picks, stay tuned right here on Beyond the Box Score, your home for expert hockey analysis, trends, and winning strategies.